Education is not indoctrination, and I have everything I want you guys to know about indoctrination right here. Indoctrination involves the uncritical acceptance of specific beliefs achieved through the manipulation of information and suppression of alternative perspectives. It relies on constricted narratives, often lacking factual grounding, to establish a predetermined worldview. Emotional appeals such as fear and patriotism bypass rational analysis, while repetition and reinforcement solidify the desired result. This process is typically found within hierarchical systems that discourage critical thinking, like cults. Book banning, a tactic frequently employed by conservative groups, is a clear manifestation of this suppression. It limits access to diverse viewpoints, thereby hindering the development of critical thinking skills. This aligns with the characteristics of fascist ideologies, which prioritize conformity and the suppression of dissent. It is essential to distinguish indoctrination from education. Liberal educational philosophies generally emphasize critical thinking, exposure to diverse viewpoints, and independent analytical skills, coupled with a strong commitment to freedom of information. Claims of liberal indoctrination within public schools are often unsubstantiated. In contrast, organized efforts by conservative and MAGA-aligned groups to introduce specific religious or political doctrines into public school curricula represent a more direct example of indoctrination. These efforts, characterized by the imposition of a singular ideology, suppress alternative viewpoints and promote a specific worldview. The differing philosophies are clear. Liberals pursue freedom of information and critical thinking, while conservatives pursue control of information and the imposition of specific ideology. The Establishment Clause of the First Amendment, which prohibits the government from establishing a religion, is often at the center of these debates. Attempts by Christian nationalist groups to introduce specific religious teachings into public schools violates the principle and constitute a form of indoctrination. Echo chambers, authoritarian organizational structures, and systems that impede critical thought provide environments conducive to indoctrination. Therefore, a clear understanding of indoctrination requires examination of the methods used to promote uncritical belief acceptance rather than the development of independent intellectual inquiry. Long story short, the moral framework of a conservative is far more likely to result in your child being indoctrinated in public school than a liberal framework ever will.